Welcome to your Astroflower reading for the week of the 31st of January through to the 6th of February. The Astroflower is a brand new concept for a new paradigm. If you've never been to our channel or you've never heard anything about the Astroflower, it's pretty understandable. It's only fresh come out. We've only just started bringing out books and stuff like that. But if you want to know more about how the petal construction comes into place, the elements and the qualities and how it all interlinks with the rest of the other signs around you, please go down into the description below where you'll find a link to a series of introduction videos which will help you out and it'll help you to understand these readings a bit better. We also have down there our sister channel called Cymatic TV, where we do energy updates, where we go dowsing the energy lines that go across the earth and get a message from the earth, from the sun and the solar system, and how that's interacting with planet earth, but more than anything, how it's interacting with you and I, you know, with our chakras and our aura and our energy basically. And it will give you a heads up on how these elements play within you as well on a general day-to-day basis. Okay, so that's all in the description down and below. Please do subscribe and click that bell so then you've got notifications for any future videos that we happen to be doing, which next week we will be doing the monthly ones that we're coming out Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay, so without further ado, that's all the housekeeping done. Let's get on with your Astroflower tarot reading, Cancer. Okay, so petals, just a quick description. Petals 1 and 4, they are the universal influences on your karmic path. This is your spiritual side. This is your material side. These are your petals 2 and 3. These are your karmic paths for the week. This is petals 5 and 7. So this is how your guides help you create the reality that is around you to highlight your karmic paths and bring it to your attention. This is to do with coincidences around us and stuff like that. Then you have petal 8 and 9, which is your subconscious level, which is also where your guides are helping you with that conversation that we all have within ourselves in order to see the evident path, which is petal 10. Petal 6 is that inner being that is within you. Okay, so first petal, petal 1, Aries, nice one. Nice. So it's a good path. Ooh, mixed bag. Real mixed bag there. Real mixed bag. Huh? Solid. You're into your autumn. Now, you'd know that if you've been on the Astroflower readings. Therefore, you're in your autumn, so you're going to be looking back over the past year. And this month here should be really looking back on the physical side, what you've done well, what you haven't done well, what's good, what's not bad, what you want to keep going, what you want to leave, what you want to start, and that sort of thing. So take time out for yourself. I think I told you about this. And this is coming through in your reading, actually. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, really coming through. So let's just take one from down there. This is beautiful, really. From where you are in the time of the year, this is quite a nice reading. Actually, really bad cards. So I'm trying to get the best out of everything. Now, they're not really that bad. Tauruses would be upset if I told you that the King of Pentacles was a bad card. It's not. It's a great card. But you do have work. You know, you got work in this week. Okay, so let's have a look at your spiritual side. So the universe is trying to ask you to stay within your power, stay within your in what you know, because the King of Pentacles, he's sort of like, he comes from that he's got like those bookshelves and all that understanding built in within him. And Aries, you tend to be a very studious sort of person and studies well and stuff like that. So, you know, I think on this front, the universe is sort of saying, you know, trust yourself, stay true to who you are. Yeah. And because on your karmic path on this week, you know, you might catch glimpses of you occasionally that you may want to address. They could be good and bad. You know, sometimes when when we're just too nice to people, they take that and they end up taking the rest of your arm off. And sometimes you can have a bit of that. Is you want to save the world, and maybe you shouldn't. I can't save the world, right? You can't save the world either, yeah, but we can. And I think that comes back to that Three of Cups. That's what seems to be the message that's coming through. So your guides are asking you here. They're trying to set up, boundaries, healthy boundaries around you in your spiritual and your emotional path. This is fantastic because as I say, you're in 2 months before your birthday. This is where it's all about the physical world, really. But what it's doing is it's preparing you for the month before your birthday, which is all about the spiritual sort of side and what you've done over the past year and what you want to do in the future. So they're telling you to start preparing that this week, and it will start coming, just popping up, last year I said I was going to go horse riding and I didn't. Or, I was supposed to go out on my bicycle and I didn't. Last year, I really didn't go out. So maybe it's a case of doing that, and examining those sort of pleasures in life. And then you've got the Ace of Swords. So it's about clear thinking about what you've understood in order to apply it in the near future with clarity and distinction. And opposite there, you've got the King of Swords, which is all to do with justice and sitting within the power of that justice in terms of this is mine, this is yours sort of scenario, and it's very diverse and very relaxed as a figure, really, who has lots of different experiences, and that's why he's got lots of flying animals around him. They're not animals. I can't remember what they are. Anyway, I'm sure someone will tell me in the comments below. Yeah, but anyway, on this sort of spiritual sort of side, it's asking you to sort of be conscious of yourself and conscious of the things that you would like to expand and things you would not like to expand in your spiritual and emotional side of life. So it's going to be a reflecting week. On the physical side, we've got the Hierophant. So that's the same sort of thing about understanding a little bit. It's very similar to the King of Pentacles in a way. This is a master of his art and he knows his knowledge. He knows his understanding. That Ace of Pentacles is the mind of how it's all curled up and everything like that, and it stocks loads of information. The Hierophant has put it into very clear, distinct pathway. So it's all about understanding, teaching, and stuff like that. And maybe that's your role at the moment this week, is sort of passing on that understanding. Yeah, the universe is sort of influencing you with the Seven of Swords. Lying, cheating, scheming, whatever it is, that's what it tends to be in it. But I think it's more a case of, with yourselves, it's more a case of just being aware that some people haven't quite understood we're in the new paradigm. So they may be in the old paradigm where they want to walk on you. Just be wary of that, I think, in the physical world. But because of these new ideas in your 2 months before your birthday, because of all these new ideas coming in about what you can do next year, what you want to stop and everything like that, you've got a bit of a leap of faith. So there's an opportunity that might be arriving on the material front. And this is what your guides are trying to put in place to try and keep that leap, to enjoy that leap of faith, to explore that leap of faith. When the golden fleece was created, it was created from the ram, from Ramesses, from yourselves, the Aries. And it saved those 2 children. It decided to go against the will of the king at the time and got the 2 children on his back and saved them. And ended up as the Golden Fleece. And it was a bit of a leap of faith. And I think it's a similar sort of situation for you guys. It's a case of, normally a case that, Aries are very mathematically clinical, that, they like things to be very clear. And they will follow things if it's got logic. But if it hasn't, you might have to stand up against that. And that seems like it is. And this is where you come to sit in your power. And this is what they're trying to encourage you on your physical path to start, being reassured about yourself. At the moment, it's all about nurturing. So the physical thing is also about taking care of your body in this month. It's not talking about illnesses. I'm talking about taking care of you and taking care of how you interact with the rest of the world. You don't take on too much stress from the rest of the world, because it's all to do with about the family. It's in autumn. What do? We sort of start huddling around the fire. We got the harvest festival. We make soup together and, cuddle up close because it's cold, and that's sort of coming through you. That atmosphere is coming through you. You want to chill and relax with your family, with your friends. That's what the desire is within you. And it's a little bit of a journey to be done in order to get there. So let's just see if there's any sort of clarifications. We're going to be clarifying the karmic journey on your material, on your spiritual side, and then on your material side. And then we will be connecting all the heres and nows in your reality around you. So let's just see what we've got here. It'd be interesting to see how that 8 of Swords and that 9 of Wands play out together. It's reflecting on the other side. So don't let your emotional world affect your physical world. And that's what that knowledge is all about, I think. And the king of, I've got to stop saying apparently. I've been saying it a lot. But they look very similar, Oh, there you go. They look very similar. And it is about sort of standing within your power and realizing that maybe, there's certain elements around you that are really not worth getting involved with. Let's see what it says on the physical front, because it's asking you to do that. It's really is pointing you in the direction. Look at that. The 7 of Pentacles coming back up, pointing you in the direction of future plans. And that healing is going to come through, I think, with those two there. And it's going to come through with your understanding. You're going to be able to understand. You're going to go, oh, that's why that happened. Like they were like that, or the situation was like that. It doesn't necessarily mean you agree with it, but now you understand it. You know how to cut it out of your life. It should be good. And it will give you choices. 7 of Cups. You've got 7 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, 7 of Swords. I haven't seen the 7 of Wands yet, but, I'm sure it might turn up at some point. So it's sort of like opening the door to not choices, but possibilities. And once you realize which one is the most evident path for you to take, there's no choices whatsoever. It's re-clarifying that. It's all to do with clear thinking, intuition, high priestess of being completely and utterly control on the spiritual sort of front. Really nice. And I think that's what that learning curve is going through there with the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles, King of Swords. So you've got 3 kings there. We 3 kings of Orient are. Really good. Really good. So basically with your clarity and judgment and everything like that will give you emotional stability within the material world by the looks of things. How do these two connect together? Through justice. We did talk about that earlier on, that maybe there is some sort of justice thing going on. And it certainly does look that way. And it looks like you're going to, gain cause, I think they say in America, or you're going to win, or, you're going to get your just desserts. I've got to stop saying, My kids will kill me. Seriously, they really will. Love them to bits. So, Aries, that was your Astroflower Tarot reading for the week of 31st of January through to the 6th of February. I hope it helped you out. Do click the subscribe button and click that bell for all notifications for our future readings. Don't forget, Aries, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.